Hey everybody, this is Cole with Poseidon Pool Service, and today we're going to talk a little bit about our skimmer. Now, what our skimmer is the mechanism in the deck that's going to allow the pool to skim water off of the surface to collect all those little bits and pieces of floating debris. Our skimmer is actually our first line of defense in pool service and maintenance to keep leaves and debris and bugs and stuff like that from settling on the floor of your pool. And so making sure your skimmer works well and making sure that it's set up to do what it needs to do is key in keeping your pool clean and inviting. As you can see, this pool has a whole lot of just floating debris along the surface of the pool that isn't actually getting picked up. It gives the surface of the water this sort of not super inviting look. Looks like there's like a lot of little bugs and debris settled along the surface, and our skimmer is really supposed to be picking that up. Now you can see this skimmer is pulling water along the surface, and we are grabbing little bits and pieces of that debris, but it's not very vigorous, and that's really because we are missing an essential component called the weir door. This is a weir door. And what it does is it acts as a little gate that sits in our skimmer, sits in our skimmer throat. And as the pump goes and is running, the weir door goes back and water goes along the surface over the weir door. And when the pump shuts off, it closes. And all the debris that is in our basket actually gets trapped in there. As you can see on this angle, we have no weir door in our skimmer throat right here. So right now we're just pulling water kind of lackadaisically into our skimmer along the surface. It is pulling a little bit, but it could be doing a lot better. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna install this third-party weir door into our skimmer, and we're actually gonna put it in, and it's got these little pegs that we are going to pull out, and two springs are going to push these little knobs out of both sides. We want to install the skimmer door with the flat side on top, so that as the door closes or as the pump runs, the door folds back and lets water pull over the surface, and when the pump stops, it's going to close back up and trap all the debris behind it. So let's get that installed right now. The first thing we're going to do is just push in this side a little bit and pull the pegs out that hold the springs in place, and then we're going to push them back in. So here's our before our weir door is installed. You can see that there is some water coming in, but the pump is running in high speed, so we should have a lot better skimming action. And you can see there's just debris that is getting right by our skimmer. So we're going to go ahead and install it, and we'll show you a before and after. Now that our weir door is installed, you can see how much more vigorously the water is being pulled along the surface. We have a lot of agitation inside our skimmer right here, and we're actually going to pull debris off of the surface of the pool a lot better. We're going to trap all the debris behind that gate and keep this pool a lot cleaner. And now that our pump is off, you can see that the debris is actually getting held back. That weir door has come up. You actually can't even really see it, but it is in there. And it's holding all of the debris back from going and pushing its way back into the pool. So that's the importance of having a weir door installed on your skimmer. It's going to keep your pool looking clean and inviting, keep the surface nice and cleaner of debris, and yeah, keep you swimming happy all summer long.